Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. So for today's video, by popular demand and request, we are unboxing and flipping through Tarot of the Little Prince by Rachel Paul and Martina Rossi. It is a low scarabeo deck and it retails for $24.95. And another reason why I like the low scarabeo decks is because they come in at least 5 different languages. So super awesome. All right, it's a little tuck box. Let's get into it. I already took the liberty of taking off the plastic wrap here because no one wants to watch me struggle with that. All right, we have the little front card there. Oh, okay. But first, let's get into the little book here to see if there's anything important that we should know. Okay, this is a classic tale for children's ages 1 to 100 that has touched the hearts and minds of generations since its publication in 1943. It is a profound story of a pilot stranded in the middle of a desert who meets a tiny traveler of the stars, a spirit between worlds beyond time and space. In the process of this magical and unlikely friendship, our narrator rediscovers his own inner child, and we as readers are invited and inspired to do the same. Oh, that's so awesome. All right, so it goes into more about the story, and then it has a 3-card layout, and then it goes into the meanings of each card. So then it has a bunch of the same information in the different languages. So I love that. All right, let's get into it. All right, here is the back. So I do not know of this tale. I am going into it completely dark, but I'm excited about it because the artwork looks amazing. So here we go, no borders. The cardstock is a little bit thin, but it's flexible. It's very similar to all the other low scarabeo cards that I have as well. So not a shocker there. The imagery is interesting. Okay. You can definitely tell there's a story going on. It's such a different take. So hopefully I'll look and see through that guidebook again to see if there's more of this story. Oh my gosh, little fox, love. So I can understand a little bit more. I feel like there was a movie about this as well in the last couple of years, maybe Netflix or something. I feel like I've been told to watch a movie called The Little Prince. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. That is an interesting death card. This definitely feels more like a comfort deck. He's a little scary looking, but this card makes complete sense for the devil. Huh, like it. Okay. It's definitely allowing you to use your intuition for sure. I like that. It's very pretty. Okay, now we're in the minor arcana here. This just keeps reminding me of Beauty and the Beast, so there must be some significance to the story about this rose. I just do not know what it is. Same with the fox. Now I need to read this story. Look what you guys make me do. More work. It is really cute, though. Not much negative to say about it so far. However, I am noticing there's not much diversity going on. I don't know when this was published, but those of you who have been watching for a while know that that's one of the points that I look for in decks. Why? Say it with me now. Because tarot is for everybody and representation matters. I can see this being beneficial for beginners just because it does do a very good job at telling the story of the card through the imagery. Oop. Ooh, little leg showing. Okay. The snake is part of the story too. If you hear dogs barking, for once they aren't mine. I'm just kind of mesmerized by the way this is rendered. It's very beautiful. This definitely was not a deck that I would have chosen for myself, just strictly because I do not know the story. However, it is beautiful. It definitely has that kind of fairy tale vibe to it. Kind of otherworldly in a sense. A very comforting deck, for sure. Very pleasant. I'm loving that fox so much. Oh my goodness. There's some water element to that, but that's interesting. One of the few cards that don't have representation of them in a boat over water. I say few because it's not the first and it won't be the last to do so. Yeah, I'd say this is a pretty decent beginner-friendly deck just by the imagery alone. And we haven't even looked at the way the guidebook is really set up yet with their definitions. But we will do that next. And just like the other Scarabeo, low Scarabeo decks, they shuffle really well. I don't have a problem. It's matte, but it's like a semi-gloss almost. There's a gloss to it, as you can see, but it's not super shiny, and I like that a lot. Oh, that one wants to be red. Okay, we got High Priestess. But yeah, it's comfortable in the hand. It's a little bit smaller of a deck. Shuffles just fine. I don't have a problem with it. There's the High Priestess, and we're just going to take a quick peeks at the guidebook here and see what it has to say. All right. The High Priestess is the subconscious rising up to the fore. She is intuition, the sacred knowledge deep within ourselves that we hold the keys to all locked doors in our life. We just need to look inside and find the answer. All right. So this is what I say all the time if there's a deck that doesn't have a quite in-depth guidebook. There are plenty of amazing resources out there, books, online, etc., that you can tap into for more information on the cards. Just because the guidebook may not be that informative doesn't mean you should be turned off by the deck itself. If you are drawn to the imagery and the art and the way maybe that the theme is, like this one, and you're not excited about the guidebook or need more information, always look outside that guidebook. This guidebook is not the be all end all. And first and foremost, it's what your intuition sees and picks up. So that's always my advice. If you're drawn to the deck but are afraid that you're not going to get enough information to learn or to feel comfortable with the deck, that doesn't mean you shouldn't purchase the deck. It just means you should look at outside sources or books. Have that one good author that you trust that vibes with you, that you use their information in your practice as well. So my opinion, not knowing this story, it seems like it's a beautiful story. It seems like it's very poignant of a story because these cards are very beautifully done and the imagery is there for you as a beginner or all levels. And I now need to read and find that story / maybe movie to see what's going on, to go a little bit deeper, because I feel like I'm missing a big element when I'm looking at this. However, those that do know the story, this is a gorgeous deck. It is really beautifully done. I love how the art is very, it feels like a big warm hug. It feels like you're being read a story like when you were a child at night. It feels like you're being read a story and like a little fairy tale or something. And I love that. So I resonate with that a lot. So maybe that's why I'm really drawn to this. But to me, the biggest takeaway of this whole dang deck is the fox. Like, I love everything about this stinking fox. It's probably because it's an animal that I just adore. But I mean, look at the Empress. It is a beautiful deck. So for those who requested this, I feel like if this is your cup of tea, you're going to enjoy this. I feel like it's very easy to read with, and you're going to probably pick up on a lot of other things layered in with the meanings of this deck simply because you know the story. So those are my thoughts. I would love to know what you guys think about it. If you already own the deck, please tell me what you think about it. It's always interesting and fun to hear your opinions. So that being said, is it worth $24.99? I don't know. I don't know about that per se. If the packaging was not a tuck box, then I would say that $24.99 is a decent price. However, you are getting multiple languages, and this is made in Italy. So me being in the United States, it makes sense with it being a little bit higher. Those of you who I know in Canada, it might be even higher still. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure that you can purchase this now for a decent sale price. So that way it's a little bit easier to kind of justify. However, it's not uncommon for this price range for this kind of packaging either. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And as always, thank you so much for spending your time with me. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you'll never miss an upload from me. Thanks again. I hope you're being safe and you are all healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.